Hi my lovies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aisling and you're very welcome here today. I first off want to talk about this top. I know I'm going to get questions about it. I got it either on Pretty Little Things or Misguided. I will try and link it down below if I can. Today's video is going to be my makeup starter kit for those of you who are just getting into makeup, whether you are in your young teens, mid-teens, your 20s, your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever age you might be getting into makeup. I compiled a list and they're mostly drugstore. I think they're all drugstore products. I wanted this to be something that is affordable, informative, and I want this video to be helpful. So because of that, this video is probably not going to be the shortest video in the world. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write in the comment section. I will try and get back to as many as I possibly can, as always. So I want to give a little bit of background to my makeup story. I'm not a makeup artist, I'm actually a nutritionist, and I just fell in love with makeup when I was about 16 or 17. Before that, I was a tomboy. I just would much rather be outside or playing the PlayStation, anything that was just not makeup or beauty related. My mum also, she was a natural beauty, so she never really wore makeup, and I had no clue about makeup because of that reason. I was completely in the dark about every makeup product on the planet. You find what you're interested in. I now educate my mum on makeup and my sister and what to wear and stuff, because my sister's like my mum, no interest in makeup really, just kind of the bare minimum. Whereas I have more makeup than I will ever use in my lifetime, and you know, that's just because I collect it and I just love it so much and it brings a lot of joy. So I'm going to go through all the products that I would recommend if you were starting out with makeup. The first thing I am going to talk about is primer. Now, primer is used to prime the skin. Like when you are applying paint to a wall, you don't just go straight in with the color that you want and slap it on and hope for the best. No, you gotta prime and, you know, layer up products first. Now, I don't want you looking like a cake face. I just want something that is going to give that barrier between your natural skin and the foundation that you're putting up on top. The one heck of a blot is the one that I recommend the most, and I am very surprised at myself that I'm actually recommending this to you guys, because this is brand new to my collection. It's not something that I've had for a while. The only reason I am recommending it is because it is for dry and oily skin. You don't have to have either or to be like most suitable for this. Like most people with oily skin want like a pore minimizing one. Most people with oily or dry skin rather want something with a bit of luminosity. It just is great because once you put your foundation on top of it, it glides over. It doesn't sink into any pores or lines or anything like that. This just works amazingly well. The next thing is foundation. So foundation, you don't want it to mask or cover you up unless you're into a full coverage foundation, which I love. I love full coverage. I just really do. I don't have a huge amount of blemishes to cover up, but I just love the way full coverage foundation looks. The two foundations I'm going to recommend are CoverGirl. This is their 3-in-1 Outlast Stay Fabulous foundation. You can only get this in the US. This is why I'm recommending a second foundation, but this is suitable for most skin types, and that is why I am recommending it. Likewise, the L'Oreal True Match is suitable for most skin types, and it's why I would recommend this. If you live in Ireland, Max Factor is the same as CoverGirl, or they're made in the same place. Somebody told me, a little birdie. You can get this kind of equivalent. Same in the UK because we have Max Factor too. But if you're ever in the US and you can pick up CoverGirl, go with this foundation. It is just the bomb diggity. The other one I recommend, like I said, is the L'Oreal True Match. This ranges from really pale to really dark. It is a customizable, I always say that, foundation. So you can have this sheer or you can build it up to more full coverage. This is medium to full. For concealer, the one that I recommend is the Lasting Perfection from Collection. This concealer is the bomb. There is nothing from the drugstore as good as this. Now, if you live in the US, you can't get Collection, so I recommend the Maybelline Fit Me. Very similar in consistency, very likewise in, you know, the performance. It's very good at brightening the under eye area, and it doesn't crease on me, which is what I love. Now, if you want, you can go for an under eye setting powder, or you can skip on that and just use something like the Stay Matte Pressed Powder from Rimmel, which is my next recommendation. If you are young or old or any age in between, this powder looks amazing on everybody's skin, and to be honest, if you have oily skin, this is going to be one of your best friends because this will just mattify you to no end. It is incredible. Likewise, if you've drier skin, you may not need to set your foundation, but I would recommend, if you did, to go in with this. It comes in so many different colors, so it comes in a translucent all the way up to like darkish kind of shades. I don't think if you have a really dark skin tone, unfortunately, they make a shade. But I do know that the L'Oreal True Match foundation, which is another recommendation of mine, goes up to a very, very dark shade. So I would recommend that alternatively. This is one of my holy grail pressed powders. I love it. So next I'm going to talk about bronzers. Now, bronzers are not always something that you might need, but sometimes they're great to warm up the skin. And I love the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. It looks like this, and that's what the product looks like inside. This smells amazing. You can buy it off iHerb, which I will link down below. That ships worldwide. Likewise, you can get this in Ulta. It is currently my favorite bronzer, and I'm wearing it today on my cheeks. I absolutely love this. I think it is beautiful, and it's really, really nicely, richly pigmented, but not overkill. It doesn't make you look orange. Now, contouring is a little bit of a different thing. I will do another video, updated video on contouring very, very soon. Contouring is more to kind of chisel out your cheeks. Now, I didn't contour today, I just bronzed my cheeks. But if you want to contour and define your cheeks a little bit more, a palette like this is amazing. And this is from the Makeup Revolution brand, and it looks like this. So it comes with 3 contouring shades and 3 highlighting shades. I use this particular shade underneath my eyes to set my concealer, and then I will use mostly this shade to contour or chisel out cheekbones. And also comes with 2 highlight products as well, so this has loads of different uses. This will work all the way up to medium skin tones. Very, very dark skin tones, you may need to go, I think there's a darker option in this, so that might be a better option for you, but this palette is fantastic and everything you need in it for contouring and highlighting the face. Now for blushers, there's a number of different blushers that I recommend. A huge favorite of mine is the Wet n Wild ones, but for a little bit more of a high-end looking and high-end feeling blusher on the cheeks, I would recommend the Milani ones. So I have 2 here, Luminoso and Dulce Pink. These are my 2 favorite. They're the ones that I will always recommend to people if you're looking for blushes. So Dulce Pink is great because it looks kind of overkill, but you can have a sheer application of it to the cheeks. Like, you can barely see that, but it's really nice on the cheeks. Or if you've darker skin, then you can build it up to a much darker pink, as you can see there. So that will show up much better on darker skin tones. This isn't a powdery blush, it is more of a rich pigmentation, and there's nothing powdery about this at all. Then you've got Luminoso, which is, oh my god, I love Luminoso. People compare this to NARS Orgasm. I don't really think that they're very similar. To be honest, I think it's very, very different. They are very unique blushes, very nice. They come in loads of different shades, and I just think the packaging is much more sleek and high-end looking. The Wet n Wild ones are great. They're like a second option for me, but I would go with the Milani ones over them just because the quality is that little bit better. For highlight, now this highlight is probably one of my favorite highlighters bar none, and I've been trying not to use it that much in videos lately because it's very, very difficult to get hold of, and every single time I use it in a video somebody will be like, I can't get that. The only place I can find this is on Amazon, which I just think sucks because they've inflated the price. I think it's like €7 or €8. This is not a €7 or €8 highlight, but it is the one from Wet n Wild, and it's in a Boozy Brunch, and it looks like that. So it kind of has like a tiger print on it. It looks yellow, but when you put this onto your cheekbones, it just glows to the gods. It is beautiful. I don't know if you can see that right there. It's a stunning highlight, like absolutely insanely stunning. You will blind people with this highlight, and this costs like €3 or €4 if you can get it on a Wet n Wild counter, which is very near impossible. Now I wear this on the top of my cheekbones like I'm wearing highlight today, and I just love it. It is so beautiful. You cannot beat this. It has the creamy consistency of a high-end product, but it has the affordable price tag, and that's why I recommend it. Now the Wet n Wild highlighting range has a couple of different highlighters in it, and the majority of them are beautiful, but this is just my favorite one. If you can pick up Boozy Brunch, go for it. Just grab it. Grab 10, because who knows when it'll be back in stock. I'm gonna move on to the eyes now. I think I've covered everything with the face. Like I said, if there's something I didn't mention and you wanted to know about it, ask me in the comments. I'm going to talk about an eye primer. This is very unusual again for me to recommend this eye primer because it is very new to my collection, but it is the one from Maybelline, the Colour Tattoo, and this is Creme de Rose. So it's very similar to Paint Early Paint Pot from MAC, and that's why I recommend it. I love these cream based product. I just feel like they make your eyeshadow pop a little bit more. They're really easy to spread onto the lid. There's no crease or anything like that, and I really, really like them. If you want your eyeshadows to pop and last a bit longer, then definitely pick up the Maybelline eyeshadow base. For eyeshadows, this is probably one of my favorite eyeshadow brands at the moment, and it is Makeup Revolution. Now I know there's an awful lot of controversy over this particular palette recently, and I understand the controversy with it. This is like an €8 palette here in Ireland. It looks like the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, like you cannot deny it, and poor Kat was just not happy at all, which is very understandable. But these eyeshadows are amazing quality, and they're really affordable, and you know, they're really suitable for most people. But you know what, if you don't want to support a brand like that because you feel like it's ripping off a higher end brand, that is fair enough. But I just have had these for a while, and I just think that this palette is amazing. The other palette that I really like is the Sweet Peach palette, or the Chocolate Peach palette, which is a copy for the Sweet Peach palette. So you can see that there. And yes, I know every time I mention this, somebody will say, is it out of stock? Did they not make it anymore? It is actually out of stock at the moment. I don't know when it's coming back in. In my opinion, all of the Makeup Revolution palettes are insanely pigmented. They're just the two that I'm loving currently, but I do love the original chocolate bar palette that they have, and I love their iconic palette, I think it is. It's like a copy of the Naked 3. They're really pigmented, and they're just insane, like quality wise, easy to blend, really buttery, really nice on the eyelids. I really like them, and you cannot beat the price with the stick, even though I don't know how they get away with it. I just don't. Okay, I'm going to talk about eyeliner now. I'm not going to talk about a gel liner because I think any gel liner from the drugstore is pretty good. Like the Maybelline one, the Rimmel one, they're all really good. But I'm going to talk about a liquid liner because I feel like that is a harder thing to get right. And the one that I recommend is from Essence. This little bad boy has been through the ringer. I love this product. It's €2.60 or $2.90 or something like that. This has changed my eyeliner game. I'm not really the best at doing eyeliner, and definitely when it comes to liquid liner, I would stay clear because I just feel like it's too hard to do liquid liner. Oh, boo. I find like it's too hard to do liquid liner on my eyes, but the Essence liquid liner just works so well, and it just creates that perfect wing every single time. It's really pigmented, really black, really rich in colour, and quite easy to control the little brush in it and everything. I love it, so I would highly recommend picking that up if you want to start off with your liquid liner game. Brows for me are one of the toughest categories, I think, to get right in the drugstore. I just think that there is so many dud products out there, and I just struggle all the time to get a good eyebrow product. One that I do recommend is from NYX. This is their their Tame and Frame brow gel. So it looks like this on the inside. I got the color brunette, which is a little bit dark for me, I will admit, so I'm gonna go down a color or shade. I just think that they create really good brow products from NYX. This is one of my favorite ones, but my ultimate favorite brow product is from NYX, and it is their eyebrow spoolie. I don't know where my eyebrow spoolie is gone. I'm after turning the whole room upside down. I don't know where it is, but the eyebrow spoolie from NYX, I'll put a picture somewhere here to show you what exactly it looks like. It is my favorite eyebrow product, but if you're more into, not into pencils, like I like pencils, but if you're not crazy into pencils, then the NYX Eyebrow Tame and Frame Gel is amazing. So for mascaras, I have two that I really like, but this is probably my favorite one. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara from L'Oreal, and this is their telescopic mascara. So both of these mascaras are amazing to me. I have used both of them since I was in school, and I highly recommend them because they are probably my most repurchased mascaras around. And usually when I use a different mascara, I'm like, oh yeah, it's okay, but it's nothing like the L'Oreal Voluminous. Like, I compare everything to the L'Oreal Voluminous or Telescopic. I think they are fantastic mascaras. The last thing I do want to mention for eyes, this is kind of an odd little product, but it is the Metallics from Makeup Revolution. It looks like that on the inside. This is in the color Rose Gold. I love these products. They are amazing. They are liquid metal. They're so amazing from Makeup Revolution, and I highly recommend you guys pick up the Rose Gold shade in particular, or Platinum. That is amazing as well. It's kind of like the silvery shade. Finally guys, I'm going to move on to the lips, and I want to talk about, first of all, lip liners. Now obviously for a starter, you don't need lip liners. They're not like a requirement, but if you were interested in lip liners, I highly recommend the NYX ones. NYX comes in every single color under the sun. They're like $3.50 per lip liner. They are amazing. So I have so many different colors. My favorite ones being mauve, soft brown. Oh, I love hot cocoa as well. That's a really nice one. The shade that I probably have the most in is natural. I just have so many of them. Like, that's not even half of my collection of my NYX lip liners. I love them. I think they're amazing, and the pigmentation is great. But if you were to pick up one ever, I would recommend picking up mauve. I think it is just amazing. It's a great lip liner, very comparable to World from MAC. There you go. So NYX's lip liners are insane. Now if you thought that even $3.50 was too much to spend on a lip liner, then go with the Essence lip liners. They are, I think they're $1.30, so they're even more affordable than NYX. Like, I mean, that's just fantastic. For me, for lip products, there is one brand that stands out hugely for me, and I'm going to talk about the lipsticks first, but they are the Milani lipsticks. Milani has, I'd say, about 30 different lipsticks, different shades of every single color. NYX makes amazing lipsticks too, yes, but I just find that the Milani formulation is a little bit better. I just think that this shade range is incredible. It's very unique. There's not very many shades similar to them in other brands. One of my personal favorites is Black Cherry. Oh, it's just stunning. And then a new favorite of mine, or definitely for like the summertime, is Sweet Nectar. So it's like this orangey kind of red shade. It's just so pretty. That's it there. Obviously not everybody's cup of tea, but if you wanted something a little bit more nude, then Innocence is lovely. I wear this a lot actually, like in real life and in videos. It's so nice. So the Milani lipsticks are definitely a holy grail for me, and definitely one I recommend to starters. They smell like watermelon as well. Just get the fragrance. Oh, I'm gonna move on to liquid lipsticks now. I don't know, I think I've fallen out of love with liquid lipsticks. I'm not like crazy mad about them anymore. I just find them really drying, and I thought they were just, I don't know, they're just not for me. I'm just not into them. No shade to anybody who is. I'm just not crazy about liquid lipsticks, but there is one brand that I can wear every liquid lipstick from, and I think it looks nice. And again, it's from Milani. There we are with the gold packaging again. Milani makes the most amazing liquid lipsticks. These are just six of the shades that I have. They are amazing. My personal favorite is actually not even here, but I do love Covet, which is like a brown shade. Oh my god, so pretty. They are amazing. They smell like vanilla. They're just incredible. I also love the color Obsession plum shade. It's just fabulous. And then I love this red shade. This is so nice. This is the color Amore. They all have really cute names as well. So that is Amore on the end. Those liquid lipsticks are by far my favorites from the drugstore. I mean, there's high-end brands that do amazing liquid lipsticks, but for an affordable brand, Milani knocks it out of the park every time. Their liquid lipsticks are so underrated. I have always been more into glosses, just always. I just think they're more comfortable to wear and they're more flattering on my lips. And my favorite glosses, and the final product that I want to recommend to any who have or want to start out on makeup, are from NYX, and these are their butter lip glosses. Yeah, they're butter lip glosses. That's what some of the shades that I have look like. My personal favorite is Creme Brulee, and I also love Eclair. I think that's really nice. I have two Eclairs for some reason. I love the consistency of these. They're really pigmented. I'm just gonna pop this one on now. This is the shade Creme Brulee. I used to wear Creme Brulee over every single lipstick, nude lipstick that I owned. I just thought it was amazing. Lately, I have been mad about Maple Blondie. I think it is just really nice for the spring. I've been wearing that quite a lot lately. But the NYX butter lip glosses are like some of my favorite lip glosses around. I know Rimmel does really nice lip glosses too, but personally, I like the NYX ones better. And yeah, that's my 2 cents on it all. So guys, that kind of wraps up my entire video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this entire video. I hope it wasn't too long. Probably was, because I can talk for Ireland. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Don't give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and click the little bell so you can get regular notifications and just kind of help me get my videos out there, guys. So thank you so much to all of you for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Mwah! Bye!